How's it going, everyone? My name is Clink, and welcome back to Demon Souls. So, today's just gonna be, spend some time in the Nexus, get to know people. We need to talk to the Monumental, and she has a decently long cutscene is required to, get through. So, there's not really gonna be any major progress done today, and it'll probably be a pretty short part, but, next level I want to do is pretty lengthy, so I'm just gonna put it on hold for the time being. If we head up here, we can go and talk to her, who is right here.
We have long awaited you, Slayer of Demons. I am one of the Monumentals. We preserve the fabric of reality. There is a tale I wish to tell you. Once, we too a scourge of demons faced. In the distant past, under benevolent rule, the world was united owing to the soul arts. Until a lust for power caused the awakening of the Old One. Across the land seeped a colorless, deep fog, and the world faced extinction at the hands of the demons. Thanks be, we were able to lull the Old One back to its slumber, yet only after the loss of innumerable souls, and most of the world lost, erased by the fog. In order to mend the fabric of what lands still remained, we entrusted 6 leaders with 6 precious archstones, one to the king of a small yet industrious land, one to the king of the burrowers underground, one to the wise queen of the great ivory tower, one to the chieftain of lost and ill-fortuned souls, one to the shaman of the tempest-worshipping shadowmen, and the last to the great giants of the northern lands. The archstones were placed in the fringelands that survived. We contained the Old One here below the Nexus, and prohibited the soul arts. Finally, we became monumentals, half-living sentinels of the fabric of reality. Alas, the other monumentals have perished, and only I remain.
Okay, so with that, we can now enter any level that we wish.
Now it is your turn. You must lull the Old One back to its slumber and seal it away for all eternity. If not, the deep fog will absorb all that we know. Have you the strength to bear this burden?
Quick note, if you accidentally say no and you weren't paying attention to this, you will be locked out of a ring. If you're going for the platinum trophy, you will have to collect all of the rings. So just a heads up there, I will not be getting the ring in this playthrough, but
now,
just so you know.
Go forth and destroy every last demon. The Old One, without demons to feed its souls, will a new servant seek and lure you to its bosom.
Okay, so between the intro cutscene and the Monumental here, it seems kind of vague, but they actually pretty much spell out the entire plot for you right there, between this and that first cutscene. So the Monumental described the Old One and how they awakened it long ago and had to put it back to sleep, because it essentially ravaged the entire world. Well, King Allant awoke the Old One again, and that's what started the events of the game, and we are currently in the second, it's scourge is what they call the ravaging of the world, I guess, is what it's called. I kind of forgot there for a second. And so what we have to do is defeat all these major demons, and especially the 5 archdemons who are at the end of the arch stones here. And then it'll have no servants and need a new one, because it does nothing but devour souls. So there's pretty much the main plot of the game all summarized for you. If we talk to this guy here, so this side of the Nexus is going to focus on sorceries or soul art magic. The other side will actually focus on miracles, which we'll talk about here in a few minutes. But they're the 2 major magic types of this game, and both can be quite helpful. The sorceries will scale with your magic stat, and miracles with your faith stat. You'll need to raise your intelligence to get more magic and spell slots. But let's talk to this guy here.
Are you here to face the demons? If so, please free Sage Frake the Visionary from his cell in Latria. I will help you however I can. I can teach you elementary spells. Sage Frake is a gleaming hope for humankind, but I have not the power to save him alone.
So yeah, this is Frake's apprentice. He'll teach you a few basic spells here. Nothing too crazy, except for Water Veil. Water Veil and Enchant Weapon are actually pretty good. I recommend getting both of them for just about any build, honestly. They're great spells. I am trying to remember why I needed to get Frake so badly now. Because Frake has another spell that's pretty good. Or it's a better version of Enchant Weapon. We'll get Frake when we do go to Latria, like his apprentice here said. I am going to get Water Veil. I'm not going to use it anytime soon, but I am going to get it. I don't think we have any... Oh, we do have an attunement slot. Water Veil is actually... Ooh, I could use this in the next level, actually. Let's talk to him a bit more, though.
Master Frake is a great man who has systemized the magic of the soul arts to make it possible for human imitation. By observing the state of Boletaria and the demons within it, he is likely to pave the way for greater things. All the more reason that I must meet Master Frake as soon as possible.
So have you never met him?
All the more reason.
Okay, so that's all I gotta say. So Frake is this grand magician. So he the sorceries in this game basically stem from the old one. They draw power from it. Frake kind of made, as his apprentice here said, a way to systemize it and make it to where pretty much anyone can learn it. But Frake's like a great wizard. This guy's just kind of learning his systematic ways. But we'll actually learn more later on. A big thing about spells is that women in this world are actually a lot better at using them. Just because those more in tune with their emotions will be able to draw them out more. Frake was just really good at making it to where anyone can do it, but they can't reach the level that some people can, and we'll see that later on in the game. But this is the miracle side of things, and I don't remember who you are, actually.
You must be another disciple of God. I too am on a quest to fight the demons in the name of the Lord. May I share God's power with you? Do not be bashful. We are both cut from the same cloth.
Okay, so the disciple of God here will teach you miracles. I forgot that he's really here early on, honestly. So they are...
A miracle is a heavenly act.
This.
But spells are the acts of demons, the work of soul arts. They have similar effects, and yet one is clearly evil, and the other is clearly good. Magicians, in the end, are mere servants of the demons. A miracle is a heavenly act, but spells are the acts of demons, the work of soul arts. They have similar effects. Magicians.
Okay.
I
So,
see. I pray we meet
essentially, these people, they believe in God, some God in this world. You maybe, probably most likely similar to the Christian God is what they believe in here, but their miracles they see as a holy act that is drawing power from their God, while the soul arts and sorceries draw power from demons. So they kind of see them as evil in a way. I am spending a lot of time on this right now because this is actually one of my favorite plot points in the game. It's a big side plot really that is we're gonna see evolve throughout the game that I really am going to highlight at every chance I get because I just think it's one of my favorite parts about this game, honestly.
Us for King of Land, failing to show proper respect. Oh, Mbassa.
Back in the time that I lived below Boletaria Castle, King Aland left on some strange business, then returned with horrible demons in tow. Soon, the land was ravaged by soul-starved madmen.
My spine shudders just to think about it.
If I did not have my miracle stone shard, keepsake of my grandfather, I may not have survived. If I did not have my miracle...
That's all she has to say. So she just kind of she is a disciple here, but she just kind of, you know, tells you, hey, the scourge is happening, and there's this guy.
I swore allegiance to Saint Urbain, but was of no use to him, and now I have run away and abandoned his augustness.
So Urbane is a pretty interesting character that we're gonna see more of later on. He's kind of their leader here, and he's actually one of my favorite characters in the game. I think it's about time we finally talk to the main in black here.
Soul, for whom death is no fear. Prithee, lull the old one back to its ancient slumber.
So, Wide-Eye Stone and Blue-Eye Stone. I don't remember what the Wide-Eye Stone does, but the Blue-Eyed Stone is so you can summon by other players if you want to play multiplayer. I will not be doing any multiplayer stuff in this. I'm playing completely offline because I refuse to pay $80 a year for PS Plus. It's absurd. I refuse to do it. And that is that. So, any Souls game I play on the PlayStation will not have any online stuff.
What is it? Seekest thou the power of souls?
Yeah, Main in Black is how we're going to level up in the game. You need souls to level up. They're basically experience points, their currency, they're pretty much everything. I'm just going to power level my strength right now. That's all I'm going to do. Let me go ahead and use some of my consumable souls. I'm not going to use these yet. These are boss souls. They don't really tell you anything about the boss. Some of them will, I think. But we can get quite a lot of levels right now just by doing this. And I think getting my strength all the way up to 25, and I'm hoping I'm actually leveling up the right one. I've made that mistake a few times. More than I would care to admit, honestly. Let's go ahead and use all these. And how many does it take me to level up? 1238. Okay, so we can do 2 more levels. I am going to get a few levels of vitality right now. That's going to be your health. Just because I don't want to be too low on it for too long. Wow, that was perfect. I went to exactly 0 souls. That almost never happens. And I want to see what else she has to say.
Myself. I am only here to tend to each flame. I keep the candles lit and serve the brave demon slayers who are trapped here.
No, that's all she really does. I like the main in black though. She's nice. Let's talk to Thomas and give him the hair ornament though that we picked up last time.
I'm keeping a close watch on your belongings.
We keep talking to him eventually.
I abandoned my wife and daughter and fled like a coward. When I came, I wish I could do more.
Okay, he said this last time.
Cared for me during my first days here. She says very little, but has a kind heart. She's just the age my young daughter would have been.
Okay, so his daughter's not that young.
Girl. trapped here with her eyes occluded by wax. If only something could be done to help her. If only something could be done to help her. You
I think we
a
have to
heart of
leave
gold.
and talk to him again.
That ornament. That belongs to my daughter. Then she didn't make it after all. My dearest little baby. May she rest in peace. May I ask a favor? Would you mind giving me that hair ornament? I'd like to have it in memory of my daughter. You're a saint. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mustn't forget. It's not much, but please accept this as thanks. I found it discarded on the main road. It might look ordinary, but it seems to possess a strange power. Anyway, I feel that you should have it. It will be happier in your hands.
Alright, so this will net us the Ring of Herculean Strength. This is gonna allow you to increase your item burden, I think. Yeah. Hold up. Okay. Had to pause for a second. So that's a kind of helpful ring. That's 4 out of the 30 if you want to go for all of them. And I think that's all the talking to characters I really need to do. Maybe do you have anything useful to say?
The last surviving those fools revived the old one on a whim. And now they've trapped us here in the Nexus in a desperate attempt to undo their mistake. It's all a travesty, if you ask me.
Okay. So before we end off today, I'm going to go into this level for a second because I'm going to pick up something here. We're not going to do the level. It's only going to take a minute. Which, you know, this has been 17 minutes so far of like pure lore dump. If it's not your thing, I understand. I don't blame you for skipping over this part, but it's something I wanted to put in here just because I really like the story and stuff in this game, so I want to spend time on the exposition of it. And I don't have any souls anyway, so if I die, it's whatever. Well, actually, I don't really want the world tendency of this area to go down, so I should be careful about that. Essentially, there's gonna be a dragon, the same one from last time. He'll show up eventually. You stand at least right here. Turn to a crisp. And once he does his little thing, run across, pick up this item. This is the winged spear. This is a great weapon, and I'm going to really need it in the next area. So you can just barely run back across here without getting killed by the dragon. Roll right at the end here, won't get hit. Thrust weapons are extremely good. Oh, I can't use it. I don't have the dexterity, do I? Oh, crap. I should have thought about that more. We'll have to do a little bit of the next level without it then. But yeah, I wanted to pick that up today so that we would have it for next time. And I think that's all I really wanted to get done today. Like I said, if you want to skip over this episode, I get it. Pretty understandable. But next time we'll be continuing the main journey, and it's probably going to be pretty full blast from there. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.